All day breakfast coming at you right now from downtown Edmonton.
Right from downtown.
What time is it? What time? We're asking you the same thing.
Whatever your breakfast.
It's time to podcast.
Yeah.
That's what time it is. Man, it is icy out in this mother.
For the rest of you in the world, congratulations. You don't live in Edmonton.
Yeah. Edmonton's a great city. I like it a lot. But sometimes I'm like, what? Why do we do that? Why do we subject ourselves to this nonsense?
Mother Nature gave us the absolute worst possible cocksucking combination
a few
of
times
weather
in the
patterns.
Last couple weeks, yeah.
Where it went from below 0 or 32 degrees for you Americans.
For you other motherfuckers. 0, son.
In Queen's English, 32 degrees.
Yeah. Whatever.
So, anyways, at below freezing, it snowed. It snowed a bunch.
It snowed.
A big old snowstorm. But then it got warm. Mm-hmm. So the snow, but it didn't get too warm. It got like plus what, like 4, 5, 6?
It got warm enough when you were like, hey, it's not cold anymore.
Yeah.
But not like what you would traditionally call warm.
But the snow did not go away.
It stayed. But so it wasn't too warm.
Did get really soft and spongy and wet for a little while. Mm-hmm. And then it got cold again.
Yep.
So that all turned it directly into ice. And then it snowed a whole bunch again. And then it got warm again. So then the snow melted onto the ice. So now there's snow frozen into ice somehow. And there's like 3 inches of it on every road and sidewalk in the whole goddamn city.
The bike lanes are fine, though. I don't know if you were wondering about that, but the bike lanes are actually...
They did clear the fucking bike lane next to my house and not the road.
Pristine. Yeah.
Or the sidewalk.
I know. You know what time of year it is, though, right now? It's the time of year where we wait and see when it's going to be that I fall.
Oh, you're going to get hurt. You're getting old.
I've had a couple of those.
Do you have good shoes?
No.
Get some.
Nah, it's fine. If people took care of the sidewalks, it'd be all right.
Well, yeah, but they're not gonna.
My favorite part of the year is the first time I see someone fall. And my least favorite time is if it happens that I fall. I've had a couple bad ones in my life. I remember one from high school. We were walking to school and we were in this alley and I saw something that I wanted to kick and I ran up and just like went to like full soccer kick, just like go for it.
Oh no.
And my feet were higher than my head. It was one of those and all my friends saw it.
Did you hit your head?
Yeah.
Did you hit your head and taste metal? You ever do that?
Wouldn't have been my first concussion. I've had plenty of concussions on the ice. Actually, this was on the ice too, I guess. A different type of ice.
You ever hit your head and taste metal? That's what a concussion tastes like. Concussions taste like pennies.
Some of the hallmarks of mine were like getting absolutely like blasted into the boards and then getting up with an ear-to-ear, like, irremovable smile on my face where the ref's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I think so. And he's like, you should go to the bench. And I'm like, all right, I will.
That's so funny.
And then having a headache for a long time.
I'm so happy I didn't also play hockey. If I played hockey
if you
and
doubled
football,
up on concussy sports, yeah, dude.
Hoo-wee.
Yeah, you can only...
I'd be dead.
Maybe that's the thing, is you have to limit your child to one potentially brain-limiting sport.
Yeah, one clunky
You can't
sport
do
per
hockey
kid.
and MMA and football. Otherwise, you're going to grow up to be a potato.
Yeah. That's no good. And then you can get a driver's license and roam the streets of Edmonton.
Yes, like some of our fantastical first week of winter drivers. Holy mom! I walk to work now, weather. And so we're not going anywhere. It's a morning show. We're talking about the weather.
It's a goddamn morning show. Remember?
I walk to work now, so I stay fucking dodging ice now. But like when I used to, like every other year up to like now, when I had to drive to work, these first few weeks were so painful because everyone's like, "Is there ice? I didn't see it," as they're skidding down the wrong side of a. It's insane,
dude. It's
how quickly people are just like, "What? I don't know."
It's like,
should I slam on the brakes? Well, why not?
It's like everyone loses 80 IQ points.
Yeah.
Like the smartest person in the world could come to Edmonton and they would barely be genius.
Mm-hmm. That's why I feel
They-
when I'm out of town, I'm a lot smarter.
It's so.
I feel the
I was
city's
telling
limiting
you,
me.
Okay, this happened on my way here. There's an infamous turn in Edmonton. It's this weird to get downtown. You have to cross a bridge. You go from up to down across a bridge, and then you have to get back up, and you have to go like under this tunnel of the legislature building.
It's a weird thing.
For
Yeah.
some reason, they like built a tunnel into the fucking Alberta legislature building that you have to drive
it was
under
called,
to
like,
get
the rat
onto
hole
like
at one point or
109th
something.
Street.
Yeah, it's an interesting little.
But anyways, the left
You're
turn.
right. It's down, across, up, down through this tunnel, and then
over.
yeah.
It's super weird and it's super annoying.
It's like a fucking roller coaster.
And right smack dab in the middle of it, there's a 2 left turn lane that turns into 4 straight lanes. So the inside lane is notorious for people just getting cut off and like using the wrong lane to go into the wrong of the 4 new lanes. So this guy is ahead of me, moves out of the way to get inside of me.
To get inside of you.
He wants to get inside of me. He's like, I'm going to get out of your way and
sorry.
get inside of you.
I'm sorry, listeners. That was too good. I'm 35.
That's so funny. Anyways, this man wants to get inside of me. It's a morning show.
Hey!
We can talk about getting inside of
It's
each other.
traffic
all we
now.
want. So
We
anyways,
went from weather to traffic. This is our true morning show.
killing it.
It's the first time we're doing it.
so this dude gets to the inside lane of my outside lane.
Yeah.
I'm in the outside turning lane. He's in the inside turning lane.
Yeah.
I need to be in like the third of the 4 lanes. I'm like, okay, I seem fine. There's
Yeah.
one man who was ahead of me who is now inside of me.
That'll happen.
And I'm like, all right, so he's obviously not going to come into the 3rd or 4th outside lane. So we make the turn, and he goes from the most inside lane, cutting me off to the most furthest outside lane. I was like, dude, you got out of my way to cut me off? Like, what the? How did you even manage that?
You were inside me. You got out of me, and you cut me off. You motherfucker!
In a matter of one left turn, you managed to get out of my way, get inside of me, get outside of me, and cut me off.
That's something special right there. I'm glad you made it. Because as we said, it's treacherous out there. And that's not even talking about the crazy ass drivers we have. Yeah, you're here now. You're in a safe space. We're in the studio. We're good. Speaking of driving, I wanted to bring this up. I saw, it's good to see companies like oil companies and stuff, like really taking initiative to fix the wrongs, right? I think we can all agree that that's a good thing to see.
I don't know what way you're going with this, but I'm very excited to find
Dude.
out.
Shell Canada announced that they're like, hey, customers, if you want to help offset your carbon footprint, you can pay 2 cents more per liter and we'll call it even. They're like you can be more environmentally friendly by paying an extra 2 cents per liter and like feeling good about yourself, and that'll help us solve climate change.
Oh,
So a gas company being like,
they're really
yo,
just throwing shit at the wall at this point. Hey?
no, honestly, it was like, hey, if you can't afford an electric car, the least you could do would be to pay 2 cents more per liter of gas to help.
It's not even a tax though. Like it's not going to.
No,
like,
they're
it's just direct profit for them.
They want people to volunteer to be like, I'm doing my part. Here's more of my money.
But it's just for profit. Like it's not even.
I think
for,
they're gonna like
plant a tree
They're gonna
with
like
it?
put it to something, but who knows with that? I don't know. They're gonna help.
put it towards administrative costs.
I just love the
To,
fact that they're just
run
like,
it.
we need to do better.
Give
Help
us some
us.
more money.
Yeah.
The only way we can do this is if we had some more of your money.
Yeah.
Like, don't
what,
you have most of it already? Well,
what
just
if you
shut up.
voluntarily paid us a little bit more? I'm just saying, like, spitballing
We
here.
should do that.
Well,
Speaking
okay,
of, go to our Patreon.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's scrap that idea.
No,
What if we just charge
Shell
double?
just took the Patreon model and
That's
expanded
true.
on it.
Shell's like, if you do 2 cents extra per liter and you do 15 liters, I'll show you my tits.
Yeah, we'll drop
Only petrol.
We'll drop the new premium oil a week
Yeah.
early for you.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you want just that regular shit? Upgrade, baby.
2 cents per liter.
2 cents per liter. That's all it takes. You can be part of the Shell VIP club.
Yeah, someone will rub your feet while you wait.
Yeah, I just love the.
That's always weird.
I love the balls of that company to be like, yo.
How do you feel about VIP clubs?
Like in what sense?
It just in any sense.
Like,
the way you used it in that bit, like you could be part of the Shell VIP club.
Yeah, I mean they're all bullshit, right? Like,
Yeah.
any store that's like want to be part of our thing. It's like, okay,
Everything sucks.
I might get a deal there.
But the original ones seemed so sweet, where it was like airline VIP clubs where
There's
used
some
to,
that are
like-
cool. There's some that are cool where other people really can't be part of it.
Yeah.
Give me that.
Yeah. What are those like?
If everyone gets a coupon,
What are
like,
those like, James?
I'll be honest with you, they look pretty sweet. They look
I
pretty
want to
sweet.
know. I don't know if I know anyone in one of those clubs, but if I do, if I know anyone who's like part of a real
like
VIP club, hit me up. I want to
Like
know
an
what
airline
it's like.
one?
Or just any of them.
I think it's just like you get like a free drink or something. Or
No, like any of the actual cool ones. Like
Oh,
if you're like
yeah.
part of like a VIP, like
There's
just
like
like a men's,
there's like a
men's
handshake and you
league,
gotta- yeah, there's like a question that you have to
where you're
answer.
just part of a club.
Yeah. Hey, do you have a light? I prefer matches. You're in the club, dude. Just like some code shit that everyone knows.
Yeah. I want to know
We
what
should
that's like.
Yeah,
Like,
and you
what's that
can't really
actually
just
about?
start. I was gonna say we should start. You can't really start your own VIP club.
Yeah, you're
You
not
just be like, hey,
you're
you
not
guys
an
can't be
IP.
in it.
You're not an IP.
Yeah, you're not an IP.
You're not even an IP.
Yeah, you could
think
start
about the V.
you could
later.
start a P club, and that just isn't gonna sound good.
Yeah, no one's gonna come to that.
That's just a people club, but it doesn't sound like that. It
Yeah, it
sounds like
sounds
a-
way worse. Both of those sound gross, actually. People Club.
It
and
sounds like
P
the
Club.
remix to Ignition. Kind of a
People
P
Club. Oh,
Shout out to Dave Chappelle.
oh God. I want
want you
to open.
some-
I want to open a nightclub called People Club now.
People club, yeah, the P club.
The People Club.
And-
No.
That's what I'm gonna call it.
Oh man, damn it! It'll
Yeah,
never
yo,
work.
come on down to the P club. We got it's the P comedy show, the P club comedy show.
I hate that I brought this up.
Well,
So, anyways,
you're just gonna have to hold off on that idea until we don't know each
I
other
just
anymore.
think it would be cool to be in one of those places where you just get a smoke. Like that's their whole thing.
Oh,
is they
yeah.
just hang out and have cigars, and they're like, we just get away from the wife.
Yeah,
You're like, what? That's the whole thing.
yeah, and then most of you find out afterwards, they're all single. Just
No,
have
I'm more
nothing else to do.
confused.
Yeah, I just want to fucking. I got no other
Yeah, did
excuse.
they play racquetball? Like, what's going on in there?
Yeah,
I want to know.
I mean, yeah, it'd be cool to be part of a club, to be part of a V, not just any club, a VIC,
Yeah, VIP.
a VIPC.
There's one of those like. What about the Derrick Club?
Yeah, but I mean,
Is that a VIP club? Is that a
Probably.
men's league?
I
A
think
men's
what
club?
I think it's just like
Do you have to have credentials?
we're talking like country club stuff. I think at this point,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
just like old rich white guys.
Yeah.
Like,
What's
I guess
that-
that's probably pretty fun. It's probably a little bit racist.
Do you do like a background check, or can you be a murderer and just sign up?
You can probably just sign up. I think it's
So you can
they
just
do like
pay
a money
for it?
check.
Yeah. So you can just pay to be a VIP. So
Oh, these guys are
VIP
probably all criminals of some sort,
yeah. So
some ilk.
so like yeah, one of those like VIPs at a country club is really just a guy who has a little more money than most of us.
Yeah, it's just like a bunch of like
Or
yeah.
like a lot more money.
like dudes who are like constantly playing golf. Yeah, have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my own golf cart.
Well, that was
bring
way
it
less
in.
exciting. I thought we were gonna come onto some Illuminati shit there, but
Yeah,
Never
well, there was a
happened.
dude inside you, so
I always
That's
try to get to the bottom of things, and it turns out they're usually pretty shallow.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever as exciting as I want it to be.
no.
When I was a kid, I wanted to get abducted by aliens so bad, dude. So bad. I wanted
And then
God
you did,
to
and you
talk to
found out it
me.
was just a bit of ass play, and that's it.
Yeah, it was
Like, I
just
thought they were
like
gonna
the
like
driver
research.
earlier. Them, like the driver earlier, were inside of me.
Yeah, like it wasn't enjoyable. You felt like you got cut off.
No, I never got abducted by aliens. Dude, we were watching Family Guy, and they did a Huckleberry Finn like one,
Yeah,
and there was Cleveland was playing Jim, and then Peter was like, "Hey, what's half of your name?" And he's like, "Jim."
That's awesome.
It was the best joke. I was like, you guys nailed that.
You guys crushed it.
Okay, hold
Yeah.
on. I was going to try and time that with that. I have to pee because I'm back on being high.
That's right. Okay,
We'll
I'll
talk
just,
about that
I'll
when I
just
get
talk
back.
for a
All right,
bit.
yeah, give her.
Yeah. No, this is cool. Yeah, go get yourself some water too. No, I'm good. I hope that didn't get caught on the. Guys, it's just me now. Alex is gone. Yeah, no, I don't have too much to say. I've been working on a bunch of music, so that's happening. But might have to cut this part out, to be honest with you, because I got nothing to say until Alex gets back, because then it just feels like a waste, you know? What's up with you? What's up with you guys? Hey, by the way, you should follow us at YEG Podcast. You can follow me at Kersey. That's something you should do. And at Yeg Stand Up is where you can find out where people like myself and Alex are performing from time to time throughout this pandemic that we have going on. We can still do some shows, so you can come out to those. And I can hear Alex wrapping up. Oh no, he's still gotta go get water. Fuck. I guess I have my own podcast now. This is cool. Oh, I know what I want to talk about. I need to shout out Scotland. Scotland's national soccer team is in, and I'm Scottish, by the way. That's why it matters. Scotland's national soccer team is in a major tournament for the first time since 1998, dog. Scotland is a tiny nation next to a bunch of giant nations like those wank England.
All right, I'm back to save the podcast.
No, dude.
I'm talking about Irish football right now. Scottish football?
Well, soccer, yeah.
All right.
Scotland made it. Scotland's in Euro 2021, man.
Ooh, that's exciting.
fucking, dude. Scotland never wins anything, and they never even to make it into Euro 2021. It's only happening because the shit got postponed for a year.
That's so funny.
And even to make it, they lost. They gave up. They gave up the tying goal in the last minute of the game and only won on penalties. And it's like Scotland never wins anything, so it's like this is exciting.
That's the best. I also love that
it'd be like Canada making a big tournament in soccer as well.
Dude, I remember one time they like got their asses kicked so bad before like even the opening round happened.
Yeah.
And oh my god, it was some like ridiculous other country. It was so funny. They lost by like a score that looks like a hockey game. What is happening?
Poor Scotland, man.
How are we so bad at soccer specifically?
Well, see, that's what I don't get, because people play like there's a lot of great soccer players in Canada and they play all year round, but it's happening. There's more and more players signing huge contracts from there. There's a few from there's a few
kid from Vancouver, right?
Yeah, well, he's from Edmonton. Antonio Davies.
I need to go get water. I fucked
You
up.
fucked up. Man, this guy's only halfway on the podcast. I'll explain. No, Canada's got some fire soccer players now, but it's weird. You know what's another one that makes me even angrier is basketball. Why aren't we better at basketball? That's a sport that you play indoors. It's a gym sport.
It was invented here.
Yeah, and it's just like there's no reason we can't be good at that.
Google that shit if you think I'm lying. I know some of you are saying I'm lying. We invented that shit.
Buddy, that's ours.
I know there's people at home who are like, no way, Canada didn't invent it. Yeah, we fucking did.
Amy, if you're listening, well, it's one of the listeners that we have. I know for sure. It's true. Canada invented that shit.
All right. I was going to... Sober November is off because...
Really?
It's the news. Everything is shut down. We are back in... Well, not everything, but everything that's important to me.
So Sober November is done for you?
She's done.
Good, because we're going to fucking GP.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, man.
Yeah, man.
He's just going to want to talk. Meditate and shit.
Yeah, no, basically, we looked at it and we were like, yeah, literally just Joe Rogan is doing this. Like, all his friends even were like, not this year, Joe. Like, Ari Shaffir was high as hell for all of October. And, like, all my other friends were like, yeah, dude, this sucks. Like, we're in shutdown. Like, the world is so screwed up. This election has been bananas. Like, Trump is still going crazy. Like,
Yeah.
the snow, ice, shit bomb. And then we're in like another half shutdown for 2 weeks, like in an emergency. Like, hey, let's not overwhelm the fucking hospitals right now mode.
Yeah, and it's like, hey, don't drink or smoke weed.
Yeah.
Just sit at home
Just
and
sit
fucking
and stare at the TV or
and only
read.
and only watch
Try and fucking read Of Mice and Men.
only watch ethical porn.
Yeah, No Nut November was over in an hour and a half.
Fucking No Not November. That's the fucking stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life.
For what? For who? Who is that for?
For who? I saw
you
some
sound like an
memes
owl?
that were just, I saw some memes that were just like prostate doctors or something, like looking at like urologists being like, no, not November, just being like, cha-ching. Everyone's gonna fuck up their insides by not doing the natural stuff.
Not doing the natural stuff.
I know in your religion you're not supposed to do it, but
Yeah, in the religion I grew up in. What else is in the news? What else is COVID report?
Dude.
What else has been shut down? What else is going on?
bars have to close
At 11 p.m.?
Yeah, you have to stop selling booze at 10. That's my favorite. Is like, what the fuck is that gonna do? I mean, I don't want to criticize the response, but when
Yeah,
it's like, yo, don't hang out at home, go to a restaurant instead. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
was
seem.
talking with some friends about it, and we were basically like, well, I guess I'm just going to do what I know is the responsible thing and just not listen to, like, their guidelines are shit, so I'm just going to create my own that are much stricter and just adhere to those, I guess, because, like, that's the responsible thing to do in a fucking global pandemic.
And I don't even really know how much, like, what. I guess I don't really do much. I go to work, and then I sometimes do. But doing comedy is the weird part, right? It's like,
Yeah, well, that's the thing,
How
like-
much of the I did a show on Thursday night at Boca something on White Ave, Sterling's new show. Shout out Sterling Scott, and it was a jam. It was a packed room.
Yeah,
dude.
well,
Like
the
it was
announcement-
30, 40.
This
like,
week's announcement says no go. That's no more.
it doesn't.
It does.
No.
100% it does, bro.
You can still go to restaurants. You can still go.
Yes, but you can't have live performances there.
Yeah, you can.
Bro, no, you cannot. 100%. This is directly from the Alberta Targeted Public Health. These activities cause high-risk spread. They're often conducted in closed spaces and involve mixing and mingling before or after class or activity. The ban applies to all performance activities, including rehearsals, practice sessions, and performances. It does not apply to professional artists performing in professional venues such as concert halls and theaters. So the clubs and the theaters can stay open, but you can't do shows in bars anymore. They're
don't know if that's
shutting
true.
that down.
I haven't
It
heard
was
that.
literally announced yesterday, bro. I've had shows shut down for it. I talked to AHS, bro. They shut me down. They said I can't
That's a
have
different
more than-
thing, man.
No, bro. It's Alberta Health Services. That was their
Your show's a
announcement.
private event, dog.
I know, but that was the announcement from Alberta Health Services. I just read it to you word for word. How did that not make sense to you? It literally says the word performances.
It doesn't say performances at a restaurant.
Ban applies to all performance activities, including rehearsals, practice sessions, and performances.
Well, I performed,
I know, but
and I'm performing on
that's
Saturday. So are you.
I,
And that's a theater, I guess.
yeah, that's a theater. That grindstone's allowed.
But like
But you're not allowed to do it in private events anymore, private venues anymore.
that's different.
No.
Private shit is different. Anyways,
No, that's what I'm saying. Bro, I'm telling you, do not do shows.
Bro.
They're illegal and you're going to spread the virus. Stop it.
people are still doing shows, man.
They shouldn't be. They should not be.
But a theater's okay.
Yeah, dude, literally the reason is because they've gone to these places and had protocols put in. Look at the difference between that fucking show that we did in the Brewster on Wednesday and what happens at the comic strip. The comic strip, every comedian has a little sock. There's a sanitizer
The
bottle.
Rooster?
Everyone
What is
does it.
the
Yeah,
Rooster?
on White Ave show. It was a great show and they were social distance, but they only had 2 mics. It was the best they could do. So everyone was just sharing a microphone. There was like 13 comedians. It's the difference is that they're set up for social distance. They've been AHS approved. They have staff that's trained in all the shit. Like professional performance venues are allowed to stay open because they in phase 1 got a fucking talking to about this. The comic strip had to shut down. Yuck Yucks got the fucking people went over and looked over everything. I know the Grindstone did a whole bunch of extra shit, so they're allowed to do the performances now. But if you do them in just like a random restaurant, they don't have the right shit in place. Like, that was literally the announcement that was made. I watched the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, they're not gonna close anyone down.
I know they're not, but that's what I'm saying, is that we have to take the responsibility onto ourselves as responsible human beings in this situation, because the fucking cases are spiking and all this shit is going to get way, way fucking worse.
But we're supposed to go to restaurants.
No, you're not supposed to go to restaurants.
Yeah, you are.
No, you're not supposed to. They're just leaving them open because they don't want to fucking close down businesses, bro. They're not saying, please go out. Believe me, I watched the announcements. They're not like, you should go, all of you, to the restaurant today. They're not, though. Go watch the fucking thing.
Word for word, man. That's what it's just funny, though, because, like, yeah. I hope this is all over soon.
Well, it's not going to be if you keep pushing out the restaurants.
Put a shot into us. Maybe the next man that's inside you can be called Vaccine.
I hope so. I hope soon. Thank you, Pfizer, for Viagra and this.
Yes. Maybe this will be bigger than Viagra.
I hope so. I love that Trump, that was the best. When Trump was like, thank you to Operation Warp Speed. We've done it. We are a great success. And then Pfizer was like, the fuck you did.
Yeah. And then after they said, like, we think we might have it, he's like, you timed that to fuck with the election. And they're like, maybe we did. I don't know.
Like, we did whatever we wanted.
Yeah, fuck you, Orange.
Fuck you, Orange. Dude, he looked bad today. He made an announcement today and he looked like old. His hair is grayer.
Think about
thicker but grayer.
Think about, like, you know, in terms of like a 12-round fight where he came out like, I got this. Round 5, he's like winding up the, like, here we go. That's November 3rd evening when he's declaring victory. Yeah. Now we're into like rounds 10, 11, kind of like where George Foreman was like wailing on Muhammad Ali, and he's like, eventually he's like, this isn't working. I don't think this doesn't seem to be, my strategy doesn't seem to be working. And eventually you get knocked the fuck out. Yeah. And you go, how did that happen? I was the guy.
I was hitting him so hard.
No one could beat me. No one could beat me.
I was hitting him so hard.
The only way you could beat me is if you cheated. You must have cheated. There's no way. No one can withstand my greatness.
That is his attitude.
And then you get knocked the fuck out. And today he said, well, you know, with what we're going to do with coronavirus, blah, 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 like whatever administration it is, it's the first time he's been like, well, whether it's me or him, whether it's me or Biden, whatever's going to happen. Because up till now, he's been like, me, I won.
I did it.
Dude, this is like our third podcast talking about it, and it still isn't like for real. I mean, it's decided, but it's like.
Are they recounting like Oregon or some shit?
No, they've already done the recounts. Georgia.
Oh, is it Georgia? I thought they were like recounting another, and it's like, for what? Even if you win it, you didn't win. Like, what is the point? Have them. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think he's still trying to challenge some Pennsylvania.
We can secede the recount.
It's like, dude, yeah, you're getting spanked. And if you look at the numbers, it's what he called a landslide in 2016 is what he lost by.
That's been my favorite part, is just his tweets from what he was saying about like Hillary losing and like how the big margin it was and like all the stuff that is now like completely flipped, that he's completely saying the opposite of, and it's like, bro, what is even happening?
Well, the best part was that they're like, this is all fucked up, the voting's crazy, and they're like, you won Alaska, and he's like, yes, we won Alaska. It's like,
that's cool.
So that one counts.
Is the MILF still prime minister fine, there?
But what's Sarah
premier?
Palin?
Yeah, is she still premier there?
Governor, I think. No, I don't think so.
Damn it! What happened to her?
I think she kind of went off the old deep with the Tea Party and all these like super righty.
I thought she was hilarious. I liked her as like a character. I thought she was great for Alaska.
As a character, yeah.
I liked how Tina Fey portrayed her. That was amazing.
Yeah.
She nailed that.
That's one of the best things about like for Saturday Night Live for sure. Like the political parody is insane. I haven't seen a lot of Saturday Night Live since I started drinking most Saturdays. So it's been
a minute.
Well, I'm 35. I was 16. It's been yeah. But I see clips here and there.
Did you see
like Jim Carrey's Joe Biden is insane. Baldwin's Trump was wild.
Have you
seen? They're so good.
Have you seen the latest of the SNL monologues?
The Chappelle one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Dave Chappelle's the best.
And
the greatest.
And the Bill Burr one?
The Bill Burr one? I don't think I saw the Bill Burr one.
Oh my God. The Bill Burr one was amazing, bro.
I think it's one of these ones that I read about it. I saw clips of it, but I didn't see the full thing.
It was so funny.
Bill Burr's a monster,
dude, and it's
Dave Chappelle's a monster.
Oh, the two of them, and like it was SNL bringing those two back, or I guess not back, it's Chappelle back, and bringing Bill Burr for the first time, like right now, was such a great move on their part. And then Jim Carrey is absolutely crushing Biden. Like SNL is kind of back. And
Bill Burr and Dave Chappelle are two of the most cutting social commentary comics.
Yeah.
A lot of people are gonna cringe at the Bill Burr being part of that,
dude,
because it makes. I mean, he goes into uncomfortable spaces.
Go listen to what he said.
You look at him and you look at like everything about it. I know a lot of people think he just rubs them the wrong way, but it's because he's so good at what he does. And Dave Chappelle is the same.
Bro, he talks about how like white women have wedged themselves in with like minority groups somehow.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You're in the jacuzzi with me." It's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Bro, he just like does the classic Bill Burr, just like stomps on women and like every single thing that someone's like, you can't, like, he's literally, you can tell that he was good friends with Patrice O'Neal, and you're like, this is the fucking shit that I miss, bro. And then they brought Chappelle on, and I was like, yo, SNL is fucking falling out.
Imagine Patrice O'Neal hosting SNL right now.
Bro, I like wish deeply in my heart. I almost cried about how much I want George Carlin and Patrice O'Neal to like be here for like the whole world, but specifically for comedians right now.
Yeah.
Like those two are so important.
Patrice O'Neal. If you're not Patrice O'Neal fans, look him up, listen to some stuff. My man is so funny. And so like, oh dude, his bit about like when you should, like, if you should care about some shit that you don't really give a shit about. It's like, I mean, you see like a tsunami on the news and you're like, that's a tsunami? Like, I feel like I could have survived that. Like, just roll your pant legs up and shit. He's like, God, just send me a sign that told me that I should give a fuck about some shit that I'm supposed to give a fuck about. But I've always loved it, like, that's a tsunami?
That's so funny. Yeah, dude.
It's so like, funny. You know, you see, it's not like we see it in movies where it's like, you know, a wave over like the Statue of Liberty, State Building and shit.
Bro, he's so funny. I love also just watching like old interviews of him just talking to someone and he's just like, no. Like someone like claims something. He's just like, wait, hold on, stop.
No,
what? Like, shut up. What did you just say? That's not true. You can't just say that.
Oh man,
it's the best. He'll just yell at like news anchors, like, shut up, stop.
And he'll like back up what he's saying.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Which is the scariest part. It's like,
he cuts so deep.
Yes.
So deep.
Yeah.
He's so funny, man. He's one of, if not the, he's one of the best.
One of the best for sure. His crowd work, where he's just like, I haven't got into crowd work yet. I'm trying so hard now to start dipping my toes in. I briefly asked someone a question on Thursday I was like, what do you do for work? And just so I could be like, did you say drugs? Didn't go into a joke. That was my tiny
whatever they say.
Yeah, my tiny bit of, well, I mean, he said a trade, so
it worked.
But I see a guy like that, and I'm just like, man, he starts with an audience member, and it feels like he's got whatever he was about to tell, and he goes on a 5-10 minute
Yeah.
total sidetrack. And it's like, holy shit, what must that be like? You look down at your clock and you're like, oh, fuck, I've done my time.
Yeah.
I
Oops.
haven't told a joke
Bye.
yet. Fuck.
Yeah, dude, he's crazy on like all levels. Because the other thing is like his written material is also just as insane.
Oh my God, he's so good. Like, it's a real loss to the world, but like particularly the comedy community, and like Carlin too, obviously.
Have you ever seen Sarah Silverman roast him?
No.
Oh my God, it was so funny. I forget who it was. It was like the roast of Charlie Sheen or some bullshit like that. But Sarah Silverman and him were both like roasters, and those shows were always so funny to me because it was like the roast of Charlie Sheen, and then literally everyone just roasted everybody. Like there was no one person who got it any worse than anyone else. Like there's just one guy went last, and he was the most famous.
Basically, yeah.
It was so funny.
That's probably the only way you could get celebrities to sign on.
100%.
It's like, dude, it's going to be not just you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to fucking make fun of you.
Everyone's going to roast everybody. And, like, you're going to have writers. And, like, everyone's...
We'll set you up.
There was rehearsals. Like, it wasn't just thrown together.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what no one fucking... Yeah.
People... It makes me think of, like, the UFC 1 compared to UFC now.
Yeah, exactly.
It all looks like, holy shit, they just fucking got in the cage like that?
Yeah.
And now you're like, oh, yeah, well, they obviously practiced.
Yeah, no, I get it.
One guy's got one boxing glove on.
These guys seem like they've met each other before. Oh, hey.
Have you guys been training for each other's styles?
Yeah, so I don't know. So, like, anyways, what the fuck was I originally talking about? Oh, yeah, Patrice O'Neal was there. Sarah Silverman was fucking roasting him about, missing toes because he got his toes cut off because he had type 2 diabetes. That's how he died.
Yeah.
Oh, and she was fucking roasted, like, talking about, like, how he's going to die of it, like, pretty close to when he died.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Oh, man.
And he was loving, like, he was laughing harder than anyone else.
Yeah, it's probably inevitable. I don't think he was in very good health.
Oh man,
and it can spiral out of control. But speaking of spiraling out of control, you remember the Guinness Book of Records?
Yes.
Remember that was a thing? I remember I used to get that book every year when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I saw what they're doing lately. I saw I wrote down a couple of records that I saw in the past week.
Ooh.
And it's like, what the okay.
Right, this is Jimmy's Book of World Records.
Okay.
We're going to get sued.
Like it used to be cool. It used to be cool to get a world record, I thought. Oh, dude, like remember, I mean, obviously this push-up guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This push-up guy apparently is.
We had like a world's biggest dodgeball game or something at the U of A once.
Yeah, I think we had like a big snowball fight too or something.
Oh, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
No, those
dodgeball.
Yeah, those. Yeah. We got like world's longest hockey game, stuff like that.
Well, and the mall used to have a bunch.
That's true.
The mall had the funniest ones. The mall had like the biggest indoor double loop roller coaster.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, that's specific.
Yeah, and then it had like the tallest indoor water slide and the like fastest indoor water slide and the longest indoor water slide. All but now China has like way bigger shit, and like Dubai has way bigger shit, and like the US probably has way bigger shit.
But they're standing on the shoulders of giants.
But
us here.
We still have the biggest parking lot.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
To fit them F-350s. Fit them F-350s.
Right. But some of those are at least like
people from Saskatchewan still come to shop for Christmas here.
That's right. But like at least like biggest slide or something is like, okay, listen to these ones, man. A guy in India built a 9-foot 1-inch long marker pen to write India to promote literacy. And it was just the picture of him with a 9-foot long marker pen that they then held up and wrote India.
Bro, let's break that record.
We should do.
9 feet 2 inches.
I don't know if there was like a previous record. But 9'1" is the current record, so let's think about that. But then here's the next one I saw. I was like, okay, that one at least promoting literacy, maybe. Like I don't know. This next one, a guy, and this is a guy who like breaks records for a hobby. So you know it's gonna be like fuck. He's got 150 of them, so it's gonna be like, all right.
Does he have the record for the most records?
Fuck, he probably does, man. He caught 18 uncooked eggs in his mouth without breaking any.
Ooh.
And I saw the video. It's just him going, and it's just like, stop. The Guinness Book of Records needs to end.
Yeah, who cares?
If that's what it is now, where it's like, yo, how many uncooked eggs could you catch in your mouth?
Have you seen Minute to Win It?
No.
Okay, Minute to Win It is a reality TV show, game.
Wait. Yeah, explain.
And they do crazy shit like that, where it's like, how many unbroken eggs can you fit in your mouth? Like,
It rings a bell
You have
now,
a minute
yeah.
to like catch 7 eggs, and if you break one, you have to start over.
Just like, what?
And like everything, you have like ping pong balls like stuffed into Kleenex boxes. And the whole point of it was stuff that you can like do, like originally, because I remember watching it when I was in like high school, like 2008 maybe.
Yeah, I kind of vaguely remember
And
that.
it was like you could use stuff at home to like play all the games, so
Yeah.
you could kind of practice. So it was all stuff that was pretty hard, but like it was like stat cups. Like anyone could kind of do it, but if you tried hard enough, but it was kind of a useless skill.
Right.
And so they had a
Right.
bunch of games that kind of revolved around that topic. So it's like, could you shake ping pong balls out of a Kleenex box if it was like strapped around your back? And like,
Yeah.
that was actually one of them. That's the only one I remember, like for real. But then there's ones like, spoon carrying shit. And like,
Yeah.
you have to ring toss or whatever. It was like a bunch of carnival games essentially, but with household items.
Imagine spending all of your time and energy to be like, fucking, I can catch 18 eggs
Yeah, bro. But now it's like,
just to get your name in a
there's
book.
a fucking whole like genre of TV show that millions of people watch. Bro, me and Brad found it's like the Bible Battles game show, and it's like a Bible themed Minute to Win It, where these people have like smack forks to flip into cups and then answer Bible trivia questions. Like, it's, dude, entertainment industry, whatever the fuck Hollywood has become, is insane.
Oh my God.
Like,
That's-
and the shit like this now that's just crazy. It's going crazy.
So basically, here's what I'm getting around to is we need to find a record to break.
Yes.
So let's buy the latest. I used to get that shit for Christmas every year, the Guinness Book of Records. I don't read through it. Now it's fucking, I don't know,
Yeah, and it used to be cool stuff like who could lift the most weight.
with their nuts.
Sometimes that. I usually just looked at like the bench press one, and like Donovan Bailey was the fastest guy. And then like,
Just gets progressively weirder and weirder and weirder.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
who can do the most eye push-ups? Like, what the fuck is an eye push-up?
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
do one. That's the record?
you win.
Yeah.
Yeah, like who bopped their eyeball out the furthest. Do you remember that
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
That's
You're
when I
just like-
stopped buying them.
Yeah, we're like, now it's just getting gross.
Yeah, I didn't
This
like
is
it.
just obscene.
But yeah, I liked learning like what the biggest lizard was and what city had
Yeah.
the tallest building, and like,
I mean, those ones don't change. I mean, I guess the tallest building does. But yeah, they should just get back to their roots and fuck all these like,
yeah,
oh, I fucking,
I caught a bunch of eggs.
yeah. Like, oh, I made a 9-foot long marker. Okay.
Yeah, it's the online database. They can just put whatever the fuck they want on now, so who cares?
Stupid.
Yeah, I think we have too much information. No one's ever going to be able to sift through it all.
We have the most ever podcast without a listener. Without a
Us?
single listener.
Us
Us.
personally?
Yeah.
How many is that?
I don't know. Like 50, 20.
Oh,
30,
nice.
40?
Yeah, that's our record.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about the same thing. I was talking about that.
Oh. I was not. I was being self-deprecating about our podcast.
I took that way too seriously. I'm sorry. I didn't catch the joke there. That was my bad.
Where can people find you?
Bad
Alex?
co-hosting. You can find me at AF Comedian on
You can
Instagram.
find me in the club.
No, you can't find me
You
in the
can't.
club. You can find me on my goddamn couch being a responsible person, or at my job that has been deemed essential,
Yes.
or
And-
yelling at people on the streets because they're bad at driving.
Yeah, from safely within a vehicle with the windows up
Yeah.
and a mask on,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. You can find me also nowhere because I'm being very safe about this, except the occasional show. At Kersey is one place you can find me, and you can socially distance yourself by finding me on the internet.